So today I want to talk about motivation. There's a lot of people who are struggling with procrastination and struggling to move forwards. And when it comes to transforming into a person who does move forwards and to a person who doesn't struggle to move forwards, but like, I mean, when I say struggle, essentially like struggle with yourself, because there's always going to be struggle without, the struggle within and struggle without. The struggle within needs to come to an end so that you can struggle through life, because life is a struggle. But essentially, like, if you can push through, then life becomes easier. And so I am talking today about the struggle within. And I submit to you that in these next 10 minutes, you are going to come away with a practical tool that you can use in your life, whether I coach you or not, that will benefit your life massively. And you can apply this to any situation where you are struggling with procrastination. So I've hyper focused on this problem, and I have come to a conclusion that motivation requires two things. And I will illustrate this via a very short story. So picture yourself in the jungle. In the jungle, the mighty jungle. Yeah, the jungle. Or the savannah of Africa. And you are looking across and you see the wildlife. You see the beauty, you see everything. It's nice, right? And then you see a lion almost came out of nowhere. You didn't see it, it's camouflage. It came out of nowhere and now it's running towards you. What would you do if that happens? You'd start running. You would automatically start running. And you would be running towards sanctuary, if there is sanctuary. And in most cases, in this analogy, at the very least, there is sanctuary because you can see it. You've chosen a place that you will call sanctuary. And that place is the gamekeepers that you can see. You can see the gamekeepers, you can see the gates, you can see that they have guns and they are ready to protect you. So the vision is clear. So what you are running towards is very, very clear. And what you're running away from is absolutely clear as well. They are both equally clear in equal proportions. Now, when we come back to the topic of procrastination, let's just assume you're procrastinating with getting some work done. Let's just assume you're procrastinating with completing a dashboard, or you're procrastinating with finishing a book or finishing a novel or going to the gym, right? The first thing we need to ask ourselves is, what am I running away from? What are you running away from? Because you need to be running away from something, not just towards something. For the greatest motivation, like in the states where you are running from the lion and running towards something, there needs to be both push and pull to induce that state. That state needs to be induced. And so in this case, I was coaching a client who was struggling with motivation when it comes to the gym. We got very clear on the payoff. The payoff for her, in her own words, was that she would become a woman of her word if she was able to show up in the gym. The payoff for her is, if I'm able to show up in the gym consistently on the days I say I'm going to go, the payoff for me is that I'm going to be more of a person of my word. And you can resonate with that, because if you're doing what you said you will do, right? You're the person who has said these things. No one has made you say them. They have come out of your own, on your own volition. So when you become a person of your word in one aspect, these things can naturally trickle into other aspects. And you're not going to realize that unless you go through the process. You will only realize that when you go through the process. I go to the gym every day, so I know this to be true, because I'm consistent in so many other aspects of my life right now. But anyways, me aside, back to this client. So we were now focusing on like the payoff. And the payoff for her was that she becomes a woman of her word. She feels better. She looks better. And it will also have a trickle on effect into the other aspects where she needs it to be because she's currently trying to do some exams, and she needs to know that if she needs that discipline to push through, because going to the gym is an aspect of resistance training, and everything affects everything else. So the vision of the pool is clear, just like running towards the gates in the savannah. It's clear. Now, in terms of what she's running away from, in this example, she was running away from like not being a woman of her word and staying in the same old place, which is what procrastination is. Like, it can be a comfortable place to be, but nothing grows there. So she was running away from being comfortable, but obviously she's been in this situation for a while, so that's not enough. So we need to artificially create a pain, and that's what we did together, and it worked. So the artificial pain we created was creating accountability to someone, and if you're not accountable, you're paying for that physically. So so she was so she chose a number, £30 for every time she doesn't go to the gym. She's going to pay £30 to a member of her family, and that would pain her. So that pain would push her, and her vision already pulls her. So she knows where she's going, she knows where she's running from, and there you have it. There you have the ultimate state. Now, people fall short of the glory of their own glory, and it does happen, but it's going to pain you so much that you're going to just want to move forwards. And so essentially, when it comes to ending procrastination, like the lion in the savannah, the pain must be clear, and what you're running towards must be clear. So if you, let's say you own a pharmacy, or let's say you work in your GP practice, right? And you've got something that you need to do, who can you hold? Who can make you accountable in that space? And what could you do, even if it's not monetary? It doesn't have to be monetary, but what could you do that would make it painful and get that person to hold you to account? Now, if you had a coach, this is what coaches do. They hold their clients to account. And I recommend that you have a coach, and I recommend that everybody has a coach. I've got a coach. But ultimately, like, coaching aside, you can always find somebody who can make you accountable. It's just a question of reaching into your network. But anyways, I hope you found this video useful. And yeah, like, please like, subscribe. If you want to, if you feel like I'm selling to you, don't do it. But ultimately, if you feel like this video is valuable, I'd love you to share this video with other people, your loved ones, your family, your friends, people who are struggling with accountability. If you think that they could benefit from this, please share it with them. My email is in my bio. And also, yeah, like, it's July, the weather's hot, and yeah, I'm just glad to be putting out content to benefit other people's lives. So yeah, I think my next video, I'll give you a sneak peek on my next video, like probably in a couple of days. But yeah, I hope you found this video useful. I'm going to be talking about mentorship and how knowledge collapses time, but that will be in another video. But anyway, yeah, peace out and stay blessed by the best.